Hello and welcome to John's Author Diary for the weekend in February the 16th, 2020. This week's been something of a mixed bag in terms of productivity. My voice is still a bit dodgy, so dictating a first draft of The Devil will have to wait. I have been working on my second draft of Blind Reset, so I'm about halfway through the story. I'm really happy with the scenes. I think there were a few scenes where revisiting them, okay, they needed to maybe ramp up the conflict a little bit, ramp up the tension, sort out the pacing, that kind of thing, but don't mind, that was all first draft stuff. Second draft is about telling the story I'd wish I'd told. What I found difficult this week is the UK has been battered by storms all week, so it's been really difficult to get out of the house. Now sometimes I'd like to just have a walk in the middle of the day just to clear my head, and this wasn't possible this week. I think that's exacerbated the symptoms of seasonal affective disorder, so I felt a bit like walking through treacle the last couple of days, felt a bit listless, felt a bit sludgy, but that's fine. I'm meditating, I've got my daylight lamp, I'm taking vitamin D tablets, so hopefully the weather will calm down, because next week is the half-term break, so my wife and son will be at home. I'm going to try and do a little bit of work in the mornings just to keep the momentum going with the Blind Reset redraft. Obviously my priority is spending time with my wife and son, hopefully getting out, going on walks, that kind of thing. So in terms of reading, I am still reading John Milton's Paradise Lost. I think I'm about halfway through. I'm really enjoying this. It's amazing how many lines are familiar, how many lines get referenced in different things. You can really see the influence in the writing on something like His Dark Materials by Philip Pullman, that kind of thing. I'm also reading Testaments by Margaret Atwood, so this is the follow-up to The Handmaid's Tale. Now, I read The Handmaid's Tale years ago. I've not read sci-fi for quite a while, so it's really good to just enjoy a bit of dystopian literature and be grateful for the world that we do have. I introduced my son to a couple of classic films this week. So these are movies that I loved when I was a kid. So we watched The Princess Bride and Willow. So these are both fantasy movies from the late 80s, early 90s. Now these were huge for me when I was a kid. I must have watched Willow about 100 times and Princess Bride probably a similar amount. So it was interesting to see how they held up. So my son loved Princess Bride. He thought that was great. He wasn't as taken with Willow. I think the effects look a bit dated now, and it's probably not as exciting as some of the stuff that he watches now, like How to Train Your Dragon or whatever. So at least he's got taste as regards The Princess Bride. I'm glad he enjoyed that. He was laughing at a lot of the lines. He keeps saying inconceivable, which makes me feel like my job as a dad is done. So I'm kind of glad that these movies were good, because I did show him a movie that I liked called The Wizard. This was a Fred Savage movie about a kid who is amazing at video games. Now, he actually really liked this film, but it sucked. It was really bad. It was basically an advert for the Nintendo Entertainment System. But he's on a bit of a run of wanting me to pick movies for us to watch, so I'm going to keep doing that. I think next time it might have to be Neverending Story, maybe Labyrinth. Not sure about Dark Crystal and Return to Oz yet. They might freak him out. They freaked me out when I was a kid. So I've had no questions this week. I did get a few people email me about my shoulder, so thank you. It's feeling a lot better than it did. Someone even sent me a picture of their shoulder replacement, x-rays. Hopefully that's not in my future. I've got another physio appointment next month, so hopefully I'm on the mend. If you've got any questions, please do email me. It's john@johncronshaw.com. That's JONCRONSHAW. And if you've got any x-rays or anything you want to send me, please do feel free. So until next time, cheerio.